sci-fi YouTube video, where today it's me, Andy, and I will be playing Deadzone Pandemic. That's enough of this. So, we're going to be playing a solo game, Deadzone Pandemic, which is the brainchild of Paul Welsh, and I wrote some rules for it, and it's a free PDF, if you can find it in the show notes just below. And so yeah, it's a way of playing Deadzone with the miniatures that you've got, using the standard rules, but just against yourself. And you don't need to have particular types of enemies. You basically have to achieve some of the things that a bit similar to some of the scenarios from Escalation. So you have to get a vaccine from a medical facility, a bit like real life really. We're all looking for a vaccine. But anyway, I'm going to be playing 150 points. I should be taking some Mazon Labs, of course, because there's a pandemic going on. And they'll be faced by some zombies and some plague models, but like I say, you could choose anything that you also have. There's twice as many points worth of enemy models than there are of your own, but they all come on in waves. So it plays quite differently. You'll see if you've played The Walking Dead that there might be some elements that you recognise there, or obviously from the Nexus Psi expansion that you can also get from the Mantic website, which is a free download for solo play as well. So anyway, hope you enjoy. See you in a minute. $150 points of Mazon Labs, led by Guard Commander Graves in the centre there with a frag grenade, which I've used that Star Saga miniature for. And he's got 4 security guards with him, his little security detail. They've got 2 technicians. They're quite handy here because they've got knockback, so if someone's in one of the terminals I don't want them to be, then I can push them away, hopefully. I've got 4 Rangers, Urbana Blackwing Rangers, and then I've got 2 Urbana Blackwing Rangers with flamers, so I can fry some of these infected. And that's 150 points. And here we have 300 points of infected. Now they might look like plague. I've used plague miniatures obviously, but they're not technically plague. So I've got larger ones here, which are 15 points each. And then I've got 21 of the smaller ones, which are 10 points each. So that's how you build your team. It's very simple. Any miniatures you want, but obviously I've used ones to be infected. But bear in mind, they are not 2A leapers, they are not zombies, they are not plague victims. They have their own profile. And they obviously won't all come on at once because they'd absolutely decimate me if they did. So half of them will be deployed to start and the rest will come on randomly as the game progresses. On the 4th sphere planet of COVID-19, unbeknownst to the local terraformers and mining communities, the Mazon Labs Corporation runs a secretive black site biological weapons testing facility. Unfortunately, a recent power shortage led to a safety breach in one of the latest biological weapons being developed, codenamed the FK1N6 virus, leaked into the air circulation supply. Within 5 minutes, the whole of the lab staff were infected. Within hours, the local town was infected. Within 24 hours, the whole planet was infected. Those infected with the virus take on a glassy-eyed look and wan complexion. They seem to lose all their previous personality and thoughts and are unable to operate machinery or weapons. They do, however, take on a virulent desire to attack anything that is not like them. A small number of people were able to shake off the initial effects of the infection, but they retain the virus within their bodies and could succumb at any moment. There is talk of a vaccine hidden in the host lab. If you can infiltrate the lab, find a vaccine and treat yourself, you may be able to survive. There's just a small issue of the hordes of infected to get past first. Well, how about that then? This is our Mazon Lab. So, there are 6 terminals, so you can see them here. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 under there. 6 terminals that you can access to see if you can access the vaccine. It will dispense a single dose of vaccine if you successfully make a dice roll. If you're a medic model, you get a higher chance of succeeding in that. I don't have any medic models in my army. Here is my strike team deployed. Commander Graves in the middle there, leading proudly. And here are some of the infected, the initial ones, lining up along the back there. Put a couple of the big ones down, size 2 they are, and the rest are all the size 1 models. And they will come and try and munch me up, of course. You can see I've put a lot of terrain down. One of the reasons I've done that, and I've used a bunch of different things, some of this is Mantic stuff, some of it is from other providers. The reason I've still put a lot down is because I like to play fair. Now they haven't got any shooting, but I do have shooting. So I want to work hard for my clear shots if I get any. So that I will always place the models to maximise their opportunities to hide from clear shots. And then the extra models will come on later. So actually you don't need a whole lot of models probably, because likely some will get killed before you need to deploy any more. So I have 4 command dice to roll. I still get to do these as normal. So I get a splat, I get a fight dice, 2 extra activations. Well, I'm going to re-roll all of them actually. I don't think I really want any of them. 2 extra dice, that might be helpful. 2 splats, which for Commander Graves isn't too bad. It means models can basically take an extra shoot, so it might be worth using. So here we have the table. I have my command dice all sorted and I'm ready to start. Now, unlike a normal game of Deadzone where you take it in turns, I'm going to play all of my actions because the infected will either respond to me or they'll have their own infected turn at the end. I don't have anything that allow me to shoot or move any faster, so I'm going to move this guy up to here. He's going to have a look what he's got. He's found a medic pack, which is helpful. He's now going to try a shot. Now I've got range 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can reach the target. He's going to shoot one of those infected there. Now because I'm going crazy and I might not get to do much else, I normally get 3 dice, but I'm going to actually use my 2 extra dice I had just to try and take one infected off. So I've got 5 dice I'm rolling on 5s. I got all of those hits. Wow, 5 hits. Now the infected gets 3 dice, surviving on 6s. He gets 3 of them, which is really good, but it's enough to actually kill him. So 1 point of damage would wound him and another one would kill him. So I have killed an infected. Yes, excellent. But it does create some noise. So the closest model, which we'll say is this one, will move towards him. And he's been now. This technician hasn't got a lot to do, so we'll go 1 and then 2. And likewise, I don't really have a lot that's going to be massively helpful. I'm going to go 1 and then 2. Yeah. I'm going to move these guys into positions, into firing positions up here. Now you'll notice I am spreading them all out, and there's a reason for that. In this game, there's a rule called social distancing. You may have heard of such a thing. Social distancing means that I can't occupy the same cube as another model, except at deployment. And then this flamer is going to go inside the building. I'm going to move this guy up here. He's going to see what this is. It's an ammo, so that'll be very helpful if I come to shoot later. I'm going to go 1 with this guy. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to shoot down at one of the infected at the end there. This one over here, chewing on someone's brain. I am shooting on 5s, only 3 dice this time. Oh, so I've got 3 hits and an 8. So the 8 allows me to roll another dice, which is another hit. So a total of 4 hits. My shooting has been quite good so far. He gets 3 dice to survive on 6s. He gets 1 8, so I can re-roll that. If he gets a good roll, no, he could have got potentially lots. But obviously the net result is 3 extra damage, which is enough to kill him because they can only take 2 damage before they're removed. And then I have a technician left who's just going to leapfrog over up to there. And that is it for the round. Now, the next part of the round though is the infected phase. So, in the infected phase, once I've finished, all infected models will move 1 cube towards the closest model possible. Okay, and I'll start from my left to right. So we'll go 1, 1, 1. This guy comes forwards. And of course, if they'd gone into a cube with one of my models, they would fight it. So again, I'm going to Try and keep this as much as possible in some sort of sensible cover, so I have to work very hard for my clear shots, should there be any. So that's that. But, of course, now it is the end phase. So in the end phase, two things happen. One, there are some reinforcements that will arrive for the infected. The noise I'm making as I've infiltrated the lab has brought more infected towards me. So I will roll a dice. This will tell me how many extra points worth of troops are appearing. So I rolled an 8. Oh, that's not good for me. So an 8 means that 40 extra points. Remember, it's 15 points for one of the bigger models and 10 points for one of the smaller models. So I am going to bring on one big one and 2 smaller ones. So that's 35 points. But the extra 5 points is lost. Right, now I get to deploy them randomly. So we'll start with the board edge. My board edge is 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8 closest to the camera. So for the big model, 5. So he comes on at the back, and then we'll go left to right. He comes on at space number 8 over back there, which is probably not bad for me. The next model to arrive comes on this side, and 2 spaces up. Ah! That is in a cube with one of my guys. So he's going to initiate a fight action. I'll do that in a second. And then the other model comes on, the last model comes on the back line, and in this space, we would have done a fight before I deployed the other one actually, in case he had given a friend bonus. So, this infected, okay, he fights on 5s, he gets 3 dice base, and an extra dice for moving into the cube. My security guard has an option of fighting back or of trying to survive. Now he's going to try and survive because he survives on 5s and fights on 6s, and I just don't think he's going to do it. So 4 dice on the white dice for the infected. Ouch! So he got 3 hits and an 8. 4 hits. And I got 3 dice on 5 to try and survive. He is toast, so I actually saved just 1 of those, so 3 get through. I only can take 1 to be wounded and another one to be dead, so I have lost my first model. Ouch. That's not good. Well, not good for me. Okay, so, there's another thing we now need to do. So that's the end of the reinforcement phase, and then there is a virus. So as I said in the fluff, every single one of my models is currently infected with a virus. Okay, they need to, or potentially infected with a virus. They need to have a treatment, this vaccine, as it were, to make them better. It's not actually how vaccines work, but anyway. So I need to roll for every single model I have, and on a roll of a 1, they will take a wound. So I'll start with my technician over here. Ah, great. He starts and gets a wound. Excellent. The virus is in his system, closing him down. This guy, he is fine. The Marine, fine. Marine with a flamer, fine. Another Marine in here. Oh, he's taken a wound as well. Damn it. My Marine with a flamer underneath. Oh, no, another one, jeez. Okay, this is not great. My security guard up here, he's fine. My Marine here. Oh, Commander Graves is fine. He's made of sterner stuff. Marine down here, he's fine. Technician down here, fine. And the final security guard is, of course, taking a wound. Ah, but at least he has a medipack. Right. I played this before, and I took 1 guy got a wound from the virus in the entire game. And here I have with 4 wounded and a model dead in round 1. Okay, right, anyway, so let's get on. Round 2. So, round 2, I need to roll my command dice again. So, I've got extra activations. They're quite handy because that means I get to move another model before they respond to a shooting action. But do I want to do that? I'm going to reroll my splat. I don't think my splat is cool, but I don't think it's massively helpful. Extra shoot is, though. Actually, no, I'll just reroll the activations. Oh, I'm actually quite happy with that. There's going to be a lot of movement from the infected, but I'm quite happy with those dice. I'm going to put those dice up there so we can see them all along as I use them. So I need to get to the terminals and start getting the vaccine out. Okay. I'm a bit worried about these monsters down here, of course. So I might have to go back and deal with those. Okay, let's do that first. I'm going to move this Mazon's Ranger down there. He's going to flame this one. Now, flamers work slightly differently. You don't get any modifiers to how a flamer works. You just roll your normal to hit, your normal shoot value of 5+, and then I will mark the model as being on fire. And that's important because there are other implications of being on fire. So I get 2 hits. He still has to make his normal survive roll against that, so he's surviving on 6s. He only saved 1, so he takes a wound and he's on fire. But the gouts of flame do make some noise, so one of these 2 models is going to move closest. Let's see if it's this one. 1 to 4 is this one. No, it's this one. So he's going to move closer to me. Ah, that's not good. Doesn't like that. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to spend a dice, one of my command dice, to flame this guy as well. Is that sensible? No, that's madness. Not going to do that. What I'm going to do is move this guy to there. He's still moving in the cube, so that counts as a short action because I've moved in the cube. That guarantees me a clear shot down. Okay, so I get 3 dice space and an extra 2 dice because it's a clear shot. Massive advantage by having a clear shot. It doesn't give me height because it's not a full cube though. Okay, so hitting on 5s on 5 dice. Okay, good, really good. So I've got 2 8s in there, which I re-roll the 8s, they didn't get hits. And I've got weight of fire 1, which gives me another dice, so a re-roll. So 3, 4, 5 hits. 5 hits is good. I don't think he's going to survive this. So saving on 6s, he doesn't get any, so he is toast. I have killed that guy. But again, I've made some noise, which will bring this model a little bit closer. So he, even though he's on fire, will move a little closer. When it gets to his turn to activate, we'll have to see whether the flames have actually caused him to be killed though. So there's some advantage in having set fire to him already. Okay, right. This technician is looking pretty weak, so I'm going to go and try and score some points. He's going to move here, and then as a short action, he's going to access the terminal. So to access the terminal, I need to roll a dice, and on a 6+, I have discovered a vaccine vial. 8 don't explode on this, of course. Okay, so... Oh, yes! So I've got a vaccine. That's excellent. Now that's really important because it acts like an item. And I will score a point for having the vaccine. That's how I win the game. I get it. For each vaccine I found, whether I use it or I keep it, I gain a victory point. Now, because he's already wounded, he could die if he gets another poor virus roll. So I'm going to use as a free action the virus he's just found. So he's now vaccinated. Okay, so I'm going to put these little markers down to show that he's vaccinated with a V. Okay, so he won't have to test each round now. He didn't make any noise doing that, of course, so what else am I going to do? I also worry about this guy. He's going to move up. He's also wounded and he's going to do the same. So again, we'll see. He's going to access the terminal on 6+. He gets a vaccine. He does not find a vaccine. Okay. This flamer guy in here is injured, so he's going to do likewise. There's a terminal just under here, which he is going to move to. And again, on a 6+, that was a 2. He is not vaccinated either. This is where it's starting to struggle. Right. This guy down here is going to use his medipack to heal his wound. Okay, he's bought himself a little bit of time. And he's just going to move into that cube because in case a monster, an infected, comes on. This guy is going to shoot at that closest infected. Just 3 dice on 5s. 2 hits, the 8 explodes. So 2 hits, and he survives on 6s. None, so that kills another infected. It does make noise, so this one's the closest, so he'll come forwards. But I'm whittling them down. Whittling them down. I'll actually spend a shoot dice on him to do another one. And he'll do the same again, and that one has just moved in. So again, 3 dice on 5s. Just a 1, but an 8. Just 1 hit. So it's not going to kill him, but could wound him. 6 hits. He saves it. Right, and of course it makes the noise, so he comes forwards into this cube. Now, I'm sort of okay with that because what I wanted to do was attack him with my Lab Tech. So my Lab Tech goes in. Doesn't seem very exciting, but he gets an extra dice, or she gets an extra dice. She fights on 5s, which is not bad. So she gets extra dice for moving into the cube and initiating the fight. So she's fighting on 5s. Oh, very good. So 3 with an 8 takes me to 3. And then the fight back, obviously, is also on 5s from the infected. Gets 2, so I win by 1, which means that I do a wound on that infected, and I can use my ability from the weapon, the shock baton she has, and push the infected back a cube. Now, of course, she's going to come back in a second and attack me, but that's okay because she's now wounded, so I think I'll probably win that. Well, I hope it will. What am I going to do with these other models? I've got these ones at the top here. I've got a few potential shots to take, which is good. Yeah, I was going to take some shots, clear some stuff out. So I'm going to move up here. I'm going to shoot down onto this infected just under here. There's one under the building here. I'll just show you where he is there. It's not a clear shot, so I'm going to be rolling 3 dice and an extra 1 for the height. I do get the weight of fire bonus, so I'll fire. I'm going to throw an extra dice into that as well. So it gives me 5 dice now on 5s. Oh, brilliant roll. Well, 3 hits. The 8 doesn't do anything. And then I get the weight of fire so I can re-roll the dice. So I get 4 hits. 3 dice on 6s to survive. Oh, he gets 2, and then the 8 doesn't get him another one. So it's enough to kill another infected. Okay, now that makes noise again. So what that's going to do is bring the closest one, which is actually this fella here. He's going to move into this cube. Again, I'll try not to cheat, and I'll give him as much cover as possible. It's really important to tuck your models in Deadzone. But now I'll use a shoot dice to have another shot at him. And I'm going to hopefully kill him there. So I'll have 4 dice, 1 extra for the height. But of course I've tucked him in because I'm trying not to cheat. And so he doesn't get the clear shot bonus. So 4 dice on 5s. I only got 1 hit, but he's got his weight of fire on his gun. So I can re-roll 1. That gives me 2 hits. Okay, and then 3 dice on 6s to survive that. He survives 1 of them, but he was wounded before. So that infected is also killed. Excellent. But that also makes noise. Who's the closest model? Well, probably this large infected over here, actually. Who's going to move forwards 1 cube into there. Okay. So, I've only got a few models left to activate. Feeling pretty happy at the minute. I think I'll be alright here with this one, because he's wounded. I'll be alright. So I'm going to move this guy over here, taking his ammo with him. He's going to try a shot one of these infected at the back. So he gets 3 dice normally. I'm going to throw an extra dice into that with the ammo that I picked up. And it's going to be 4 dice on 5s. Oh, rubbish. He only gets 1 hit. No weight of fire on these guys. So 6 to survive. He gets a single success, which is all he needs. So he's fine. But of course it makes enough noise, and now he moves forward. So he's getting quite close to my guys now. Just Commander Graves and 1 other guy left. This guy is going to use the free splat, or the splat I should say, and he's going to fire for effect. So fire for effect is to basically pin. I roll a normal set of dice, so I have 3 dice normally, an extra 1 for the height, and an extra 1 because it's a fire for effect roll. And the reason for that is because it doesn't do any damage, but if I get more successes than he gets survives, then I will pin him, which means he might not advance at me next round. So, still get the bonus for the height, and then the extra dice for the fire for effect. Hidden on 5s. 3 hits, not bad, and he gets 3 dice surviving. Just 1, but the 8, no, just 1. So he's pinned. No damage, but he's pinned. Okay. Did that the wrong way around actually. I should have shot first, brought him a little bit further forwards, and then... But anyway, that's fine, he's done his shoot. What else is he going to do? He'd like to go down and use a terminal, but he's a little bit close to the enemy there. It is a free action to do that, so, oh dear, it's worrying. So I'm going to go down there. I could get to that next terminal, but I wouldn't be able to access it. So I'd be worried there that I'm just going to be stomped by a monster. I'm going to move Commander Graves forward. He's going to take his grenade with him, and he's just going to chill. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So I'll just take these activations off. They're just there to remind me which models have been, of course, so I don't cheat and use somebody again. So the next part is the Infected Phase. Did I move a model for... I didn't move a model, did I, for him shooting that one? So the next closest would be this one, probably, so he'd come forwards to there. The next part is the Infected Phase. So all infected models will move 1 cube. So this guy over here gets right into my grill. These guys move forwards 1 and 1. This guy moves forwards to there, and this guy can move forward to the cube next to him. This guy moves forwards into here. This guy moves forwards, and this guy moves forwards. Okay, now you'll notice the pinned one, he has a chance of standing up. So, he will stand up on a d6 roll of a 5+. So if I get a 5+, he'll stand up and still move. So he doesn't stand, he stands up, sorry, but he doesn't move. Okay, so he just stays there. So my pinning did work, it kept him away from me for a little bit longer. Now the important one is this one here. Okay, so I think, you know, he's got a choice of where to go, but he'd probably pick the flamer. He's the guy who hit him. But as he activates, he will have to test for the flames. So the way flamers work is that 3 dice on 4 pluses, so that's actually better than my shoot stat was, will be the attack of the flames on him as he tries to put the flames out. Oh, so 2 hits with a 8, so it's actually 2 hits he got. 3 dice surviving on 6s. He only survived 1, so he takes another wound, which actually kills him as he activates. So that flaming trick, and then my sort of confidence to wait, worked well. Even if it hadn't killed him, say he had more wounds, if it hadn't killed him, but he'd failed the test, he would have then been activated. But obviously, if he'd have, so he wouldn't be able to do anything. But if he passed, then he'd be able to munch into me, of course, and he could easily have done for me there, actually. So, the next part is reinforcements. How many points of reinforcements will be coming this time? I rolled a 6, which means it's 35 points. So we'll have another big one, which is 15 points, and we'll have 10 points of smaller ones as well. So let's see where they go. The big one first. He comes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the back line again, working quite well for me. In the same spot actually as the last one. First of the small ones comes on the baseline. He comes on here on the baseline, which is possibly not the best spot for me. Another one comes on the baseline here, so he comes on with the other one as well. So they're keeping me sort of having to look at the back. And the question is, how many victory points can I get by using the vaccine before the game ends? At the moment, I've only got 1 victory point, so killing the infected is not the goal. We're playing for 5 turns, and we are now on turn 3. I get my 4 command dice. I shall roll those. I've forgotten to do my injury, so I'll do that in a second. Splat fight. Oh, flight might actually be useful soon, but I don't really want it. I'm gonna re-roll Yeah, there he was. Well, that's what it is. Okay, I need to do my infected roll, don't I? Right. So, security guard. Do not get a 1. Excellent. He's vaccinated. No longer needs to test. Can still search, though, for more vaccines. This guy, he's fine. Flamer. Oh, jeez. This guy here at the terminal who didn't find a vaccine is fine. This security guard is fine. My flamer under here is fine because he's already wounded. Commander Graves, he'll be fine. Of course he will. This ranger up here is fine. Security guard back here, fine. Ranger, fine. And my technician. Oh no! It's probably from hanging around with all fighting that infected model. Maybe she's picked something up. Ugh, disgusting. So another 2 injuries, but no models died, which is good. Right. Start of round 3. It's going to start getting a bit grim now, because as I shoot stuff, it's all going to start moving at me. Which ain't great, if I'm honest. Right. I need to start scoring some points. So, we're going to move here. Lab tech will move in and search the terminal. 6+. Yes! She is going to use that, so she is vaccinated, and I score another victory point. She uses it because it's a free action to use it. I'm going to activate my flamer dude under here. He's going to search the cabinet as well for a vial or vaccine. He doesn't find it. Can't repeat the same action, so that's a bit of trouble. I'm actually going to flame this zombie because he's already injured, so I might as well do something with him. So 3 dice on 5s with a flamer, gets 2 hits with an 8. So 2 hits, the zombie survives on 6s. Oh, actually takes the zombie out with that gout of flames, didn't get any successes. That makes noise, of course, so it's going to bring the closest one, which is the big gribbly. Big gribbly comes over here. Right, okay. So they've done their actions now. So the other problem is that now, because of the social distancing rules, I've locked that terminal down, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, it is a bit of a pain. I need to make some space for my models. This model's going to move up here and access this terminal. Can try more luck there. 1 dice. Oh, 6+. Finds a vaccine, which is going to instantly use, scoring me a point and stopping the risk of any further death from vaccination. He's activated. This security guard's going to move over here. Now he's also injured. He's going to see if he can find a vaccine. He doesn't find a vaccine. Okay. This lab tech is going to try and find another vaccine. And does! Excellent! So, I have another vaccine. I can keep that, actually, on me. So, I'm going to put another V down to show that this one has a spare vaccine. Because I could give it to somebody else, you see. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop it on the floor as a free action. And then I'm going to move into this cube where there is a zombie. Oh, sorry, zombie. They're not zombies, they're infected. Okay, so the reason I'm doing that is because he's not terrible in a fight. I get an extra dice for moving in, so it gives me 4 dice. I am injured, which is going to give the zombie an extra dice as well. The zombie fights on 5s, I fight on 5s, so it's a fairly even fight. And if I can kill it, then I free a little bit of space up. So I moved in, only 1 8. The 8 explodes to a 6 though, so I get 2 hits, and then 6s for the, 5s for the zombie fight. Oh, it only gets 1, so I win the fight. I do a wound on the zombie, but I don't get to kill it. I could knock it out of the cube, but actually I've got this fight dice, so I might use that fight dice. I'm going to use that fight dice, so now I can fight again. Now, when you fight again like this, I haven't moved into the cube this time, so I only go down to 3 dice, but now that that infected is wounded, I get an extra dice. So I'm on 4 again, on 5s. Oh, it's a good roll. 3 with an 8. 4. The infected also gets 4 dice, because I'm still wounded, of course. Fights and fights, and it only gets one! Oh, look at that. Lab techs are amazing, and they're only 6 points. So I've killed that infected. Excellent. Now, it's only shoot actions that make enough noise to bring other models in, so no one's going to move towards me. I've silently killed the infected. I'm actually quite chuffed with that. I'm going to move this guy here. Now, do I search to try and find another vaccine, or use the one on the floor? I'm going to pick up the one on the floor and use it to vaccinate myself. Free action to pick it up, free action to use it. And then I'm going to search the cabinet as my second short action. But I don't find anything. So he's vaccinated though, so he's safe. Well, safe-ish. What to do with the rest of these guys now? Got this infected coming at me here. I'm going to do a little bit of a cheatiness. I'm going to move to there. And then this this guy here is going to now be able to clear shot onto this infected. So that gives me 3 dice and an extra 2 for the clear shot. The other thing is that as he fires, he'll pull the model into this cube rather than into this cube if this one had fired, you see? So 5 dice on 5s, not a very good roll, just 1, but I get a re-roll, oh gosh, just 1 hit, that's rubbish. 3 dice surviving on 6s, survives it, not a problem, he says, so now moves there. Not quite what I wanted to do, so I will put him there so he doesn't get... I'll put him there actually, so he doesn't get a clear shot from this side, because this guy's finished. Yeah, that's a tricky one, that. That didn't quite work, did it? Okay, who do I think's better? He's better at surviving. So I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to do the same trick. I'm going to move him to here. Actually, move him to here so we can clear shot fully onto that guy. So 3 dice, an extra 2 dice for the clear shot. Just 1 8. That's rubbish. But it turns into 2 hits. Surviving on 6s. Doesn't survive any, so I've killed it. Excellent. Whew, that worked. Really know why. Who's my closest model? Well, it's probably still the... Oh, jeez, I hadn't thought about this. The closest model is this big, large one, who's going to move closer to me, which actually takes him into the cube under here. I'll just lift this up to show you. Takes him into the cube with that flamer. Oh, that flamer is injured as well. He is in for a world of pain. So, these are the big ones. You get 3 base. You get an extra dice because you moved into the cube. You get an extra dice because the enemy model is injured, same as we did over there. And you get another extra dice because he's bigger. Ouch! He's going to be fighting on 5s. Oh dear, oh dear. Now these large ones also have AP, so armor piercing, but that doesn't matter because none of my guys have got any armor. So there's no benefit from having it, except for Commander Graves has got a point of armor actually. So 5s, actually only 2 hits. Surprisingly not brilliant. Okay, but this guy's going to be surviving because actually no, he should be fighting because it's the same. So he'll be fighting back on 5, just the 3 dice. That one's cocked, so I'll roll that again. And then an 8. So he gets 1 success. At the moment he's dead. Oh, no, he only got 1. The other guy got, the big infected got 1. Sorry, 2. So the net effect is 1 wound, which kills my little flamer guy. So he is toast. Oh, dear. That didn't really work, did it? Right, okay. Well, we got rid of 1 puny guy who wasn't doing anything, and now we've got an infected sitting on us. What am I going to do now? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Should have been marking my models because I've forgotten if this guy's gone. I'm going to assume he has. I'm going to just say he has. Alright, Commander Graves is going to... He's going to throw his frag grenade onto that model. So for a frag grenade, I roll 3 dice and need a single success. I got the success, so the 8 counts. And then it does frag 3. So frag weapons do 4 points of damage. Sorry, hit on a 4+ irrespective. So the 3 tells me how many dice to roll. So I roll 3 dice on 4s. Ugh, just 1 hit. So he has to survive against that. 3 dice on 6s. He does. But now he gets bounced around. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I see which cube he goes into. 1, 2, 3. So he goes into this cube over here. Which is a bit disappointing because my model's in there. Oh, Andy, some of your plans are stupid. Anyway, so he's pinned and has gone into there. What an idiot. We'll do that fine in a second. I'm going to move Commander Graves down there so he can potentially access the terminal in a sec. Right, okay. So, how this works is that the model entering the cube counts as attacking. Okay, so that means that the big Gribbly gets an extra dice for moving in and an extra dice for... would normally get an extra dice for moving in and an extra dice for being bigger. But when you're pinned, you can only survive. Okay, so he can't fight, which is important. He survives on 6s, so he rolls on 6s. He only gets 2. He actually gets an extra 1, sorry, because I'm wounded as well. So all the same modifiers apply. Okay. Now, my model has 3 dice base and an extra 1 because the infected is pinned. So she's rolling 4 dice on 5s. She gets 2 hits and he got 2 survives. So the net effect is a draw. At the end of a combat, when you're pinned, if you're not dead, you get to stand up. Now that's a bad thing because now, shoot, that large infected will fight my technician next turn. I have made some silly, silly things here. Right, going back to Commander Graves actually, what we will do is rather than walk down there, we'll use that move dice, put him down there, and that gives you 1 opportunity to search the cabinet on a 6+. Does not find anything. I've got these 2 guys left to go over here. I think that's all I've got because I've assumed that I went this way. Okay. The problem is, as soon as I shoot, I'm going to start pulling models towards me. But this model isn't going to get pulled towards me. So I'm going to shoot him with my injured flamer. Okay, 3 dice on 4s. Oh, 3 hits, which is really good. Surviving on 6s. Doesn't survive, so I've actually killed that guy. Andy, what are you doing? Right, so that's made noise. Who is the closest? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that guy's in combat, so I think we're going to assume that it's this guy. He's going to move towards the noise, and I'm going to be generous and move him up to attack my model here. Yet again, Andy, you have done something totally and utterly stupid. Right, so I've shot. I'll move this guy up here, though, as his last action. He is done. I've got 1 guy left to go. Right, this infected, large infected, 3 dice base, an extra dice for moving in, an extra dice for being bigger, and an extra dice because that ranger is injured. 6 dice on 5s. Thankfully didn't roll that well, just 2 successes. I would be fighting back because it's the same as my survive, so 3 dice on 5. I only got 1. Now, the problem here is that my ranger doesn't have any armour and I've lost by 1. So I take a wound and I was already wounded. So despite vaccinating himself, he has now been chomped up by a monster. Oh dear. And that is all from my own stupidity. Because he may well have got him anyway this turn, but now, of course, when it comes to the infected phase, he'll get the opportunity to actually move again and potentially kill another model. Oh, right. I'm going to try something now. I'm going to move inside that cube again. I'm going to try and cheat them a little bit, move them around a bit. Move inside that cube, and then I'm going to shoot that large infected. Because it's the closest model, it will be, even if I don't kill it, which I'm not likely to, it'll move towards me. So I'm going to roll 3 dice on 5s. I get my weight of fire and there's an 8. So do the 8 first, no, and then weight of fire for the miss I had, no. So 2 hits. Surviving on 6s for that infected. He survives, so he gets 7 and an 8, so he doesn't take any damage. So what he does is then he moves closest person who made the noise. Now I'm going to shoot him again with this shoot dice. No height modifier because I'm not a full cube up, and it's not a clear shot either, so not massively helpful, but we'll try. The only downside of this is obviously he'll actually it's the end of the activation, so he doesn't move yet, so he stays up there first, so he's definitely going to move. So I just use the shoot dice to have another shot. I only get 1 success, but the way of fire gives me just 1 success, and then he survives on 6s, which he survives, so he got to 7, which is enough to survive. But so now at the end of my activation, he moves down there. Right, oh, that wasn't quite what I wanted to do. I think I might lose some models now. So it is round 3, infected phase. All infected models on the board may move 1 at a time from left to right. So I have a model here. This is going to move in to fight my technician. My technician is wounded, so 3 dice, an extra 1 for wounded, an extra 1 for moving into the cube. The technician will fight back. Fight on 5s. 2 hits with an 8. Oh gosh, dropping dice everywhere. So the 8's being re-rolled? No, just 2 hits. The technician fighting back on 5s. No! She'd done so well before. He'd done so well, sorry. But he is toast. Ah! Darn it. Okay, right, now another one here. Well, no point in him going to that cube, so he's going to move up there. This one has a choice now. Look at all these tasty people to kill. I think we're just going to randomly choose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the Flamer dude. If I was playing, that's the one I would have picked, to be honest. So it goes for the Flamer dude. So 3 dice. Bigger, moved in, and I'm wounded, which takes up to 6 dice. All on 5. Oh, 3 8s. Jeez, so roll those 3 8s again. None of them did anything extra. So 3 hits to survive against. Actually, no, I'd be fighting, wouldn't I? Because it was 5s. I got 2, which is great, but not enough. The 1 gets through, and another one of my models is dead. Oh my goodness, it's starting to fall apart, Andy. It's starting to fall apart. This model hasn't moved, so he's just going to go forwards. Again, trying to keep him safe. This one's going to go forwards. No other models over there. And then we've got, well, tell you what, we'll do this fight first. So this fight goes first. If they're in a cube already, they just fight. So this model is larger and my technician is injured. So I'm going to be rolling 5 dice. Extra dice for larger, extra dice for being injured. Hitting on 5s. There's an 8 there. So 3 dice. My technician fights back on 5s as well. Gets 2, which is awesome. Not enough. She takes her last wound as well, and she is also dead. All my vaccinated models have been killed, I think. That's not good. Then we do the next models. This guy's going to move into that cube. It's got an occupancy of 4 points, obviously, so 2 for the large model and 1 for the other one. This guy's going to move there because it's just as good as being there and a little bit closer, and same for this one. So, end of round 3, I have now lost 6 models from my strike team. That's not great. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. I need to see if let's do the reinforcements first, that's the first bit to do, sorry. So reinforcements, how many points worth of reinforcements? Oh, it's 40 points again, of course it is. Right, let's do 30 points for 2 big gribblies and 10 points for another small one. Right, first big gribbly, where's it come on? This side. Comes on number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably the worst place it could have come on. Next big gribbly comes on the baseline. Don't get a 1! Right, I'll fight that in a second. In fact, yeah, I'll fight. I'll roll for this other one, so he goes unlikely to come on the same place. 5, so he comes on the back line in position number 8, so he comes on up there. So now we will do the fight for this big gribbly who just walked in That's going to be harsh. So 3 dice base, an extra 1 for moving in, an extra 1 for being bigger. So 5 dice on 5s. The security guard will survive because he's better at surviving than he is at fighting. He survives on 5s and fights on 6s. Oh, right, 3 hits at the minute with an 8. 3 hits. Caramba, I think he might be gone. 3 dice on 5s. Oh, he gets 1. He needs a good roll. 2! Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead. He is wounded. God. Jeez, I thought he was toast there. Right. Still not over. We still need to do our virus. So who isn't vaccinated? He's vaccinated. He's fine. This guy is not vaccinated. He doesn't get a 1. This guy is not vaccinated. He doesn't get a 1. Commander Graves is not vaccinated. He, of course, doesn't get a 1. This guy is fine. This guy over the back here. And the guy who's just been wounded, he's feeling the effects, but he didn't get it. So no vaccine deaths. Round 4, 2 more rounds to go. I'll roll my command dice again. I've still got Commander Graves, so I still get 4 command dice. Extra activation, move, and a shoot. Okay. I might keep all of that. Yeah, I'm going to keep all of that. Okay. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to start with this guy. I'm going to fire onto the large one because he is getting a clear shot. So 3 dice, 2 extra dice for the clear shot, and I'm going to spend that dice there to give him another dice. So give me 6 dice on 5s, wet fire 1. I need to kill him while he's going to destroy me. An 8, and then a reroll for the wet fire. 4. 4 hits. 4 is good. Okay. He rolls 3 dice surviving. 2 8s. So reroll the 2 8s. Oh, he gets 3 survives. He takes 1 wound after all of that. That's not great. Because now what he's going to do, of course, is when I finish my activation, he's going to shoot me. So I'll play a shoot dice. See if I can finish him off. Still getting a clear shot. So 2 dice. That takes me to 5 dice. Got just 2 hits, but the way to fire 1. Gives me still 2 hits. 3 dice surviving on 6s. He survives them all. There's nothing I can do. What can you do against this reckless hate? So he moves in. He gets 3 dice. He gets an extra dice for being bigger. He extra dice because he's moved in. 5 dice on 5s. Didn't roll very well, just 2 hits. I fight back. 3 dice. Actually 4 dice because the infected is wounded. On 5s. Oh, yes! 3 hits and an 8. Come on, come on! Ah! I did an extra wound, which takes him to 2 wounds, but doesn't kill him. Right. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm going to start putting down my activation marker so I don't forget like last time. Now, there's also noise created. There's 3 models equal spaced from him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll re-roll the others. 3, this guy is going to come down. When you go that one or that one. 1 to 4 is that one. You got to down in that cube. 3 dice, extra for moving in. 5 dice, the security guard will survive. He gets 2 hits, 3 dice surviving on 5 for security guard. He takes a wound. Ah! It's all getting a bit grim. I've only got 4 victory points. At the moment, I am doing poorly. Okay. Okay. Guard Commander Graves is going to try and access the terminal. Yes! He finds a vaccine. He injects himself with it, and I score a victory point. He then is going to spend a dice, the move dice, to move here into the other terminal cube. And then he's going to clear shot the large model there. So he gets 3, 4, 5 dice for a clear shot. Now he shoots on 4s, which is really quite good, and he has weight of fire 1 on his pistol. So, oh, he gets a good roll. So here's the 8, and a re-roll for that 1 dice that missed with the weight of fire. So I end up with 5 hits. Oh, he might actually take him out. 3 dice on 6s surviving. Just 1, but it's an 8. Oh, it's another 8 too. Oh, not enough. So he saves 2, but 3 get through. He's only size 2, so it takes him off. Oh, that's good, getting rid of that model. Does make noise, of course. So we'll draw this model onto Commander Graves. Now, Commander Graves isn't a slouch in combat either. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So the infective fights, extra dice are moving in. 4 dice on 5s. Oh no! 4 hits. Commander Graves has 3 dice, also on 5s. Only gets 1. No! 3 get through. 1 is absorbed by his point of armour, and 2 get through to kill Commander Graves. No! Damn it. That will mean that I lose a command point next turn. Command dice next turn. I'm sad. Really quite sad. I'm going to activate this guy. He's going to raid the terminal. He finds a vaccine and vaccinates himself. I am now up to 6 points. Yes, I am awesome. With his last action, oh screw it, he's going to shoot that one. He just killed Graves. 3 dice on 5s. That was already there. 2 hits. Weight of fire. 3 hits. He's got to die. He's got to die. He gets 1 8. So I killed him because he saved 1, but 3 were hits. So 2 get through, which is enough to kill him. Yes. That's going to move the closest model. This one forwards. Right, I've got to start clearing some stuff out. This guy's going to shoot this infected down here. He gets height and a clear shot. So 3 dice, 1 for the height and 2 extra for the clear shot. So 6 dice on 5s. That is a pretty good roll. 3 hits, weight of fire 1, 4 hits. Surviving on 6s. Oh, 2 at the minute with an 8. 3! He's only wounded? You are kidding me! Right, well, of course, that's then going to make him move, and he moves into combat with me. Excellent. Oh, it's at the end of my activation, actually. So, ooh, I could be a bit smart, couldn't I? I'm going to move away. Move away, and at the end of the activation, he moves up to try and catch me. Play smart, Andy. Play smart. Speaking of which, I am going to try and break away from this combat with this guy. Now, when you break away, he gets to have a free swipe at you. So he's going to get extra dice for being bigger, and extra dice for me being injured. He fights on 5s. Oh, Jesus. 5 dice. I survive on 3 dice, but I can only survive if I'm running away. I can't fight. So I only got 1 success, so I've killed my own model by walking out of the cube. That does, however, leave this guy open for a clear shot down here. So 3, 4, 5 for the clear shot. 5 dice. He whiffed completely. 1 reroll is an 8. That was for the weight of fire. He actually ends up with 2 successes after all of that. And 2 survive dice. He survives 1 of them, so he takes a wound, and then, of course, moves up closer. I am going to move away because it would be madness to not. I've only got 1 model left, which is this guy in the cube. So he needs to get out. So he's going to try and get out of the cube. So the infected is going to hit him. He gets an extra dice for my model being injured. He gets 2 hits, but 1 is an 8. So 2 hits. My guy needs to survive both of these. He only survives 1, and he is also killed as he gets out of the cube. Ah! Damn it. That's the end of my go. Now all the infected moves. So this infected will go here. This large one will go in here. This one will come and join this fight. Okay. So he gets 3, 4 for moving in, 5 for having a friend in the cube. So 5 dice on 5s. Gets 3 successes with an 8, 4 hits. Oh, this lighting, sorry, I didn't realise the sun has caused a lot of problems with the lighting there, hasn't it? I hope you can still see. I get 1 dice survive, which was an 8. 2 dice, but that is that's enough to wound me. I think I get 3 or did I get 4, I can't remember. I think it's enough to wound me. He'll be dead in a second anyway, because now this large model in the cube gets to fight me as well. So he is large, he's 3 base, an extra dice for being large, an extra dice for having a friend, and an extra dice for me now being wounded. That's 6 dice. On 5s, oh jeez. That was all of them, and 2 8s. Jeez, I run out of dice. Oh right, so he gets a total of 7. I survive, I fight back, sorry, I get 1 success on an 8. 2 successes. Toast. Absolutely toast. Oh, he's absolutely toast. Even though that infected was double wounded, he is triple toast. I am in a lot of pain right now. They've all gone, this guy hasn't gone, he's going to move into this cube with my security guard there. This might even be the end of me this round. Well, not quite. He has moved in, so he gets extra dice for that. He has, I am wounded, so he gets extra dice for that, so it's 5 dice on 5s. 3 hits. I am surviving on this guy because he's less good than his fight stats rubbish. I didn't survive any. This security guard is also dead. Yet another one of my few that were vaccinated actually killed. Oh, jeez. Absolutely battered. This guy is going to come in to attack my guy who shot at him. So, 3 dice, an extra one for moving into the cube. So it's 4 dice on 5s. Only 1 success. Fighting back on 5s. I actually get extra dice because he's wounded. Yes! So I don't even need to do the 8, but we will. Killed another infected. That's the first one I've killed for a while, I think. Okay, he's dead. Right, that gives him a bit of breathing space up there. This infected will move to there. This infected will move down here. This infected will move down here. This infected will move to stand right in front of my other guy. That is all of the infected movement. Alright, end phase, reinforcements. Now there's only 40 points left of reinforcements. I rolled a 1, so only 20 points come on, so that's 2 of my smaller guys. Let's see where they come on. Side 4 over this side, that's probably the best place for me at the minute because there's no one left over there. And then the last one, 6 over the back side, and number 7, so he comes on there. So again, they actually aren't going to influence anything much at all because this is round 5. But before we do that, I need to check for any virus anyone who's not vaccinated. Neither of my only 2 models left are vaccinated. So this guy on the top is fine. The guy on the bottom is fine. They are made of sterner stuff. They need to be because they're the only guys left. Now, because Commander Graves is dead, I only have 3 command dice left now. And I cannot re-roll them because I'm less than half my strike force. I have got 3 dice exactly the same. They are all extra movements, which means I can't even use them because I've only got 2 models. So you can't move again. So anyway, that's that then. Right, what am I going to do first? I am going to try and save this guy. So I'm going to shoot down from up here. I can see from my gun, I can see this guy, so I get a clear shot. 3 dice. Extra 1 for height, and 2 extra dice for the clear shot. That allows me to roll all of these dice. Oh, it's a good roll. I've got 2 8s in there, so I roll those again. They both missed. And then the rate of fire for the miss I had before is also missed. So, but anyway, I got 5 hits. He gets 3 dice surviving on 6s. He gets 2 with an 8. 2. So take those 2 out. 3 get through. I have killed that guy. Whoa, I actually might have genuinely saved his bacon there. That's going to make the nearest one move. This is the nearest one. He's going to move towards me, but he doesn't get into me. That's important. I'm now going to spend one of my move dice to move down to this terminal. I'm going to punch in some buttons, see if I can find a vaccine on a 6. Ah, damn it. He's gone. That's his activation. I only have one other model left. He needs to find a vaccine. That's the key. He needs to get a vaccine. I'd like to kill another model, but it doesn't actually do anything. So I'm going to move there. Search for a vaccine. Actually, am I going to move there? Oh, no, he's not. Yeah, he has to, yeah. I can't get... I was thinking I might get to this one with the extra move dice, but I can't. So he's going to move there, search the cabinet for a vaccine. That's a plus! No, of course, that one's not got anything. He'll spend a move die just because he's got it. So I'll take that one away because I don't have models left. And I will move him there. So he's a little bit further away from Gribbly models. That was a quick turn, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, what a quick round. Okay, well, all the infected move. This one will move first, then this one will move, then this one will move, then this one will move, then this one can move with his wounds, then this one can move. I'm going to put it in, yeah, put it in there. Then this one will move and he'll drop down onto the one who just moved around to escape from him. Just turn it off to see. He's bigger. He's moved in, so he's going to roll 5 dice on 5s. I will fight back. He gets 2 at the minute with an 8. 2 hits. I could have a chance. 5s. Oh, he gets 2 8s, so I've already drawn, which is good. I'm not dead. And then the 8s, I get 1 extra point, which is enough to put 1 point of damage on him, which does nothing. He needs 3 points to kill him. But I didn't die. That's the key thing. What other models have we got here? We've got this one. Now, he's size 2. He can't... This is a solid wall here, and there's a window of just size 1 there, so he can't actually get into attack my guy. He could have moved diagonally normally, but can't manage it, too far away. And these other guys just doing that. So actually, I finish round 5 with both my models still alive. Didn't get any more vaccine, which is good. Which is good that they're alive, but rubbish that I didn't get any more vaccine. So that leaves me on a total of 6 victory points. Which is pretty rubbish. Which is a minor victory. Oh, there's nothing more hollow, is there? Particularly as you can see, my 2 models now are going to be absolutely toast. So I'm going to take that building off again. Those 2 models, there's no way they're not going to be absolutely decimated. Sorry about the lighting on this, I hadn't realised the sun had come in quite so much. So, that was Deadzone Pandemic. I didn't go great for me. So I got a minor victory with 6 victory points, but I was pretty decimated, just 2 models left. But it was a lot of fun. Seems like you've got complete control of it for the first, certainly the first 2 rounds, and then they're just in your face so quickly that it's really hard to do it, and losing track of the goal of trying to get the vaccines that's obviously down to luck as well whether you get the vaccines. I did take a lot of extra damage early on from the vaccines, which was pretty bad actually. That wasn't ideal at all. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, so hopefully you can also have a lot of fun by playing it, and just check the show notes and you'll see that there's a link there. So thanks very much for watching. Please check out Wait for Fire Facebook page, listen out for the Wait for Fire podcast, and check out the rest of our videos. So take care everyone, bye!